Can clearing up the parasite Blastocystis hominis fix your IBS and Hashimoto's autoimmune thyroid condition? That's what I'm going to talk about today on how I was able to do that with a recent patient. So my name is Dr. Tom Rofrano from the Natural Medicine Clinic in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. And I've had the opportunity to see over 100,000 patient visits over the last 36 years, many of whom have gut and thyroid issues. And this recent patient came in, a man in his early 30s who his whole life had stomach issues, gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, belching, typical IBS symptoms. And on top of that, fatigue, brain fog. He was overweight, high blood pressure. So just overall feeling miserable. So I did comprehensive lab testing in the 5 main areas I checked, which are deficiencies, toxins, infections, food reactions, and hormonal imbalance. And he had findings in all of those areas. One in particular was a parasite called Blastocystis hominis, which is a protozoan/amoeba, a microscopic parasite that can really wreak havoc on your system. This was very familiar to me because years ago, I also had blasto and Hashimoto's, amongst other things. So it took me quite a long time to figure out how to get rid of it back then. And once I finally did, I came up with a protocol between diet and supplements on how to clear it up. And my Hashimoto's also cleared up, and rheumatoid antibodies and IBS and all the other things I was dealing with. So I was excited to get going on this and help this patient. So first thing we did as far as clearing this up, so the diet that I had come up with at the time, what I found out was, and I was also gluten sensitive, as was this patient, and the gluten-free diets, I found out just don't work because you're still eating all the carbs, the rice, the gluten-free pastas and bread and all that, and it just doesn't work because parasites thrive. They feed on sugar and carbs. So the free diet that I came up with, and I call it the free diet because it's not only free of gluten, but gluten, grain, sugar, yeast, dairy, eggs, soy, legumes, nightshades, processed foods, all those foods most commonly responsible for inflammation, gut, thyroid, and other chronic health issues. So that's the diet this patient I had go on. And if you'd like to see the free diet phase 1 food chart, I'll put a link below. You can check that out, as well as if you want more detail in my book, The Free Diet. That goes into obviously at length. There's a whole chapter on blasto and Hashimoto's. So to summarize the diet, we start out with a smoothie for breakfast, which you have access to the recipe for that and the information we're going to provide. And also lunch and dinner, protein, meat, chicken, fish, plenty of vegetables, plenty of healthy fats. As far as the supplement protocol I used, it starts out with a group of supplements. I now call it the Blasto Pack, and it includes specific probiotic with Saccharomyces boulardii, microbalance, yeast defeat, NAC, C with bioflavonoids, those together. And I put the exact protocol in. If you click on Blasto Pack, under details, it gives you the exact protocol. And then the Functional 5, which is a multi-fish oil, vitamin D, magnesium, and the probiotic is included in the Blasto Pack. So between those, the smoothie is important in the morning because as you're clearing out, the parasites dying off. Smoothie is really helpful. It's high in fiber, protein, fruits and vegetables, essential fats, so it helps nourish and cleanse your system, that along with the supplements. And in just over 3 months, we repeated the stool test, and his blasto was gone. And this was really exciting to see, as I've been able to help a lot of people with this, because it took me over 10 years to get rid of it through trial and error, and finally figuring out how to get rid of it for me. Once I finally did, then it took just a matter of a few months. And the same thing with this patient. So I was excited to see that. And his symptoms cleared up the abdominal, the bloating, the gas, constipation, diarrhea, brain fog and fatigue cleared up. On top of that, he dropped a total of 38 pounds, and that was over 6 months, and his blood pressure dropped 36 points to normal. So that was great. Oh, and then the thyroid, and so a number of many of his blood markers, a lot of the things that were off improved, and in particular his Hashimoto's antibodies went down. At the 3-month point, they were down 90%, completely normal. And his ANA, which is an autoimmune marker, that had cleared up as well. So that was really exciting to see. It's important to realize the body has an amazing ability to heal itself if you're provided the underlying root cause and the corresponding solutions. I believe most anyone can get better. Thanks for joining me today. Again, if you want a copy of the FreeDiet Phase 1 food chart and information on the Blastopack and the protocol, I'll put the links and the details below, and feel free to like and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.